Hello, my friends, and welcome to Off the Grass with Chicago Bears superfan Dave Swerski. It's me. On today's show, we're going to talk about our beloved team, the Bears, who were the obvious winners of not only free agency, but of the head coaching hiring cycle this offseason. We're also going to play a few tunes on the acoustic, and in general, we're just going to catch up because it's been a minute, hasn't it, my friends? So before we get into all that, please do make sure that you've subscribed. Please do drop a comment below and let me know that you're still here with me. And make sure that you check out the links below in the description, especially for this special announcement. Are you ready, my friends? Because I have some news. Come here, a little closer. Just a little closer. Keep coming. Nope, that's too close. Back it up just a tad. Just a tad. There. Perfect. We got new merch, my friends. That's right, my Dave Swerski merch store is completely refreshed for the off-season. And what better way to showcase these new Swerski superfan offerings than with the parody song, am I right? Roll it, Burst. 5, 6, 7. Hi, my friends, I'm back with some new additions. New season ahead, but in the meantime, I've been dreaming of the Bears and how this fall they'll be so good. So you'll maybe want to wear these. Tell the world you're with Swerski.
The Bears, the Bears.
And this new sweet mustache hoodie.
The Bears, the Bears.
Or maybe you're a fan of tea.
The Bears, the
I know
Bears.
some will say Swerski, my God, you're the worst ski, but
FASHION, refresh for this offseason. Get these new shirts while you can. Rock this merch, you superfan. FASHION, stock up for this next season. Look up what's the hottest trend in FASHION. It's FASHION. Swerski merch, the hottest trend in FASHION. Wear these shirts, look hot, my friends. FASHION. Swerski merch, the hottest trend in FASHION. Swerski's got new shirts, my friends. The Bears. Just a little bit of Swerski silliness there for you all. But I do hope you go check out these new shirts and get one for yourself. The link is in the description below and also on my link tree. 4 new designs with a new logo drawn by yours truly. And not only will you look amazing in these new shirts, but it's the easiest way you can show your support for the work I'm doing over here on the daily, leading the super fandom for you all. The plan is to offer these new shirts for a limited time, and then I'll refresh them again down the line. So get these while you can, my friends. And please do let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, which one you'll be wearing to your next date or formal affair, and what you think of the new logo. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the Bears and the winning of the off-season thus far. Because our new head coach and his best friend, Ryan Poles,
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
are making waves with their trades and free agency moves so far. And maybe, just maybe, they fixed the lines. My dog Pulse didn't waste no hours. Came up clutch, the Bears got ours. Tree guys who will give Caleb some time. He rebuilt the line, fixed the O-line. Loving the signing of Grady Jarrett. A Pastra Street Jesus, the Bears finally have it. Hey, could it be Chef Poles just fixed both lines? He rebuilt the lines, fixed on both sides. He rebuilt the lines, fixed on both sides. Fixed both lines, now we got peace of mind. This year could be our time. I'm feeling the good vibes. He rebuilt the lines, fixed on both sides. He rebuilt the lines to fix on both sides. The Bears, this could be our year. The Bears, this could be our year. The Bears, this could be our year. The Bears. Rebuild the lines, my friends. And I will say, I don't think it's a could be. I do believe this will be our year. Bears. Now, I know some of you will say, Dave, you've said this before, have you not? Yeah, I have. And your point is? Look, my desire for this team to be great and my belief that they can be may not always end up with the team following true. And I know we gotta wait to see when our Bears go from off the grass back to on the grass this next season. See what I did there? Bears. Now, it's true, we don't know if it will all work out, but in life, my friends, when do we ever know exactly how things will work out? I, for one, would rather enjoy the ride of getting all jacked up on the Mountain Dew and hope and optimism, rather than to instead partake of the bitter taste of the pessimistic vibes. Trust me, I know how terrible the disappointment tastes, too, after enjoying the hopium of my beliefs. I have been a Bears fan my whole life, need I remind you. But what seems to be getting built over there at Hallis Hall is very, very exciting. And we are all allowed some excitement in a sometimes dark and cruel world. Am I right? And if you don't agree with that, then maybe, perhaps, you're in the wrong place, my friend. It's kind of my vibe. So let's just run it all down real quick, shall we? We got Jonah Jackson in a trade with the Rams to upgrade the offensive line at right guard in exchange for a 6th-round pick this year. He's played in Ben Johnson's offense before and at a very high level, which earned him the deal that he got in LA. He had an injury, then he was put in a different position, but now he's gonna go back and be with the coach he trusts and in the system he knows. Excellent upgrade. Next, we got Joe Thuney from Kansas City for a 4th-round pick in next year's draft in 2026. This upgrades and solidifies our left guard position and adds a leadership element that was not present before. He's coming off back-to-back first-team All-Pro seasons. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champ with both the Patriots and Brady and Kansas City and Mahomes. He's gone to 3 straight Pro Bowls the last 3 seasons, and he's only ever missed 2 possible starts in his 9-year career. Major upgrade here. And no matter what the Bears do in terms of drafting younger talent at the offensive line, they will now have someone who's been there, done that, to learn from and be mentored by. And Chef Poles made both these moves before free agency even started. So next, on day 1 of free agency, the new best bros Ben and Ryan went out and got the anchor to the line and signed the best center out there in free agency in Drew Dahlman from the Falcons. Ben Johnson touted all 3 of these guys' intelligence as well as their grit and toughness as reasons why they were chosen for this next chapter of Bears greatness. And that makes me pretty excited. Rebuilt the line. And obviously that wasn't enough for the Bears and the dynamic duo. So next they flipped to the other side of the ball and fixed the defensive line too. Fixed on both sides. They went out and signed a veteran interior pass rusher in Grady Jarrett and also got a young pass rusher with both versatility and a lot of upside and growth potential in Dio Adengbo. Dio specifically plays both as a D-end and rotates into the interior, so now you've got Sweat, Jarrett, Adengbo, and Dexter all in the mix there. So once again, a total rebuild of the line on the defensive side too. As both Pulse and Johnson said at the presser about the new additions, this frees them up to be able to draft whomever they like in the draft next month. So whether that means at pick 10 we go with more offensive or defensive line help and depth, or we go with the home run hitter with Ashton Genty, they now have afforded themselves the options to take what the draft gods give them and not be tied down to a specific position of need. And that's pretty exciting too. Bears. The rest of the moves thus far with free agency include the re-signing of Doug Kramer, whose fullback rushing fumble still haunts us all, but let's hope he has a better year this next year, to the retaining and re-signing of Travis Homer at running back, and the addition of another wide receiver to join DJ and Rome in Olamide Zacchaeus. He's a speedy gadget receiver who can play in the slot and give Caleb another option to throw to out there. We also added another tight end who played with Cole Kmet in college at Notre Dame and with Ben Johnson when he was the tight ends coach in Miami, in Duran Smythe.
We know from watching Johnson's offense in Detroit how much he values the tight end position, so I'm excited to see what he does with Kmet and Smythe and whether they'll add another young and up-and-coming tight end in the draft. So, as of the taping of this here episode of Off the Grass, it's the highlights thus far of the offseason moves by our beloved team, the Bears. And I'm certain you feel as I do that there is no competition. The Bears clearly won the offseason. Now please do let me know in the comments what your favorite move of the free agency offseason period so far has been. So next up for the Bears is probably a few more free agent signings, and then the draft. That is right, we are just over a month away as I speak these words from the 2025 draft, and there is a possibility that I will be going and doing another live show in Chicago that weekend. Stay tuned for more info on that. Not set yet, but maybe. Would be very cool to see all my friends out there at the bar wearing all your new Swerski merch. Which, once again, the new merch is available now, so go to the link in the description below and make sure you get on ordering yours just in case that show does happen in April. But regardless of that, you should definitely wear your new Swerski merch, the hottest new trend in fashion, to the draft party that you'll be attending. Let's go! So now, as I bring this specific episodic plane down to its landing and close out today, I want to ask y'all something. Would you be interested in me doing some live shows here on the YouTubes where we can interact and things like that? I am toying with the idea of semi-regular live versions of this type of show, so let me know your thoughts with that. I'm a one-man band, so I just gotta figure out if I can juggle all the elements at the same time. But I would love to also play true a lot of the parody songs I've done over the last year or two before we get into next season for y'all, and have considered doing that live here on the YouTubes as well. So just let me know what you think. I'm very interested in your opinions, my friends. If there is an overwhelming response of, yes, please do that, I'll watch you Swerski reaction, then I will make that happen. Okay, my friends, reminder to you all that I am on Cameo if you need some Superfan greetings sent to your loved ones, so you can always hit me up on there. The link to that is in the description and in my bio as well. And as always, please do be kind to each other and be kind to yourself too. And go Bears! Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, my friends. The Bears! I will see you next time.